Welcome everybody, I'm Stevearino, and today we're going to Cathedral Caverns. This is a state park and something to do when you're looking to have an adventure. So from Huntsville, it takes about 42 minutes to get there, so well within our 4-hour driving limit. Offer a 1.3 mile round trip walking tour of world-class show cave. The tour lasts approximately 75 to 90 minutes. You're walking along a smooth concrete walkway with handrails. We must caution that there are a number of areas with inclines, declines of about 45 degrees. That sounds fun. Cave is a stroller friendly. For those of you with small children, the pathway is also wheelchair accessible. We can remind you again, the inclines, declines inside the cave, so make sure your strollers have brakes. Temperature of the cave averages 58 to 61 degrees year-round, and there's no breeze. Yes, you do not take food, drinks, or tobacco product into the cave. Also have to leave all firearms, alcohol, and bad attitudes outside. Now, some people I know won't be able to get in. Pets, other than service dogs, not allowed. Please feel free to take pictures throughout the cave. Only ask you do not delay the tour and you share your photos with all your friends. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your visit. Please photo. All right. So, this is our tour guide. Not very mobile, I guess. He's not very talkative. Thank you for social distancing. Oh, good sign. Well, let me see if I can get a ticket. So ticket prices start at $20 for ages 13 and over, and ages 5 to 12 are $9, and 4 and under are free. So here we go. We're going in. It's time. All right, thank you. Thank you. There's like a mist coming out of the cave. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. That is cool.
Okay, so when Mr. Goliath came out from that riverbed, popped out right over here behind the rocks. This big thing was the first thing he saw. I mean, that's big, right? Of course, the big size, he named it Goliath. That Goliath is 45 feet tall, base, all the way up to the top. He's 40 feet around the middle, actually, he's 40 feet around the entire base. One thing kind of cool about Goliath is that we actually do know he is still growing. But we do know that it's this white stuff right here. That's what we call calcite. Calcite grows about 1 cubic inch every century. For reference, those fluffy marshmallows you get at Walmart every 100 years. Now, the way calcite does get on Goliath, we just look up right above them. We have what is called a line of soda straws. They're called straws because they're actually completely hollow. They drip tomato filled water onto Goliath as it opens grow. That's how stalagmites are formed as well. Stalactites are now those soda straws. The way stalactites form is when they get clumped together and start growing and growing. That's just how they're formed. You notice this giant crack right there, black right here, that actually goes all the way to the backbone. That's the cause of an earthquake. It was that 1812 earthquake that started in Missouri, the same one that made the Mississippi River flow backwards for 2 days.
What?
Now,
One thing I've noticed is that everything is wet. So Be prepared. And that's not because it's raining outside, it's just condensation.
Mr. Gurley actually thought about putting a swinging road bridge where we're standing right now. It would start over from these pipes right here and going all the way down to this corner right here. One thing is, since I said this cave is made out of limestone, it actually can make metal rust a lot faster. That's what his friends were trying to tell him, but he said, I own the cave, I can do whatever I want. So he stuck those pipes in the wall, and of course, they rusted. And since he owned the cave, he just left them there. If you notice, we still have them there, because we're pretty lazy too. So y'all are staying in the only cave in the entire world that have our very own stalagmites, stalactites, and stalagpipes.
So if you want to get a cool shot, if you sit kind of near.
Alright, yeah, fellas, just right above you. We're actually pretty close to the ceiling. Only time we're close to the ceiling of the entire tour. Also, where we're standing right now, close to the deepest part underground. From where we're standing, we're under the peak of the entire mountain. We're 260 feet deep underground right now. While the rest of the cave is about 70, 80 feet deep. If you think about it, from here to the surface, you have about 24 stories to get through. Alright, now I got some good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first?
So we just did an echo test in the room, and apparently you have to say the word bow. Not sure how they came up with that one, but there you go.
I was just talking about how different storms power comes out.
He's calling it Bat Cave. It's not this name, this cave is way too beautiful for a Bat Cave. It's not a good name, it's doing a lot of bats. So after taking her here, she goes, Jenny, I think this room looks like a cathedral. So in her honor, we named it to Cathedral Caverns. Now one thing kind of cool about this room is you find that special someone that you come down and get married. You come down this spot, get married right here, and renew your wedding vows. But the one thing is, if you do get married in this cave, you have to sign a waiver with the state of Alabama that your marriage has to last the Stone Age.
It's amazing how this rock formation formed over this light. Neat. Alright, everybody make a wish. That one's just glad to see you. See, now that looks like a jellyfish. Or a mushroom.
And we still do have 2 more rooms back there you can get to. Well, we can get to them though, you have to crawl down all this break off. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. You'll see that hole right there? A lot bigger than it actually looks. If you get through that hole, you come to our second stalagmite forest. Now, our stalagmite forest has those 2 big columns. That one has 8. It's much, much bigger. And that's still not the end of our cave. You go all the way to the end of the stalagmite forest. You come up this wall, it's about 8 feet tall, and has about a 50-year-old rope attached to it. Climb on top of that wall, and get on top of that wall, there's this little lip. And on this lip, there's a wall with a hole in it. And the hole is about the size of a 5-gallon bucket. If you get your way through that 5-gallon size bucket hole, you come to what is called our crystal room. It's called our crystal room because it's a room filled from head to toe of that calcite I showed you on site lab. Got some right up here as well. But since we don't have a lot of foot traffic back there, it's almost in its purest form that once you shine a light on it, it just looks like a big room full of crystals. It's kind of cool. And those soda straws I pointed out earlier, you can see they're so clear you can see water dripping straight through them. Now, if you'd like to see pictures of those 2 rooms, you go back to the gift shop where you purchased your tickets. It's actually on the left-hand side of that little window there. And ask the ladies was pointed out to you as well. Now, right here, that crack is where Misty River comes in from to this cave. But the thing is, right behind this rock right here is a 50-foot drop off into Mystery River.
Woohoo!
Now, the one thing reassuring about total darkness is just a little bit of light makes a big difference.
Ooh, fancy.
Now, I like to say there's something cool like glow orange, but it's those Christmas LED lights you can get at Walmart. It's just better back here because there's not any light affecting them. Now, you're more than welcome to try and get a picture, but sometimes your phone might not be able to pick it up. And if you can see them on your phone, I recommend do not use a flash, otherwise they won't show up as well.
So the tour is over, and now we kind of have free reign to be able to just walk back and, you know, get some photos. Not a lot of people in it. There's some video, but it's kind of neat. It's nice and cool in here too, so don't come in shorts unless you're from like Michigan or something. Watch your head. It's all people beware. You said it was what was filmed here?
Tom and Huck, the Disney movie. It
Oh.
was in 1995, and in the movie, Tom and Becky, Injun Joe comes after them. They crawl through this little corridor right here,
Right.
and then right here at this rock. The reason it took them 3 months to film is because the girl that played Becky actually kept hitting her head behind that rock right there. So they had to hire a man to stand behind that rock and duck her head in every single time she came through.
That's awesome.
Thanks for coming, girl.
And they're not joking, the incline. You don't feel it when you're moving slow during the tour, but if you're trying to move through here at a good clip, you know, like these kids, lots of energy. I don't get that much energy unless I have a whole lot of coffee.
Hello.
Oh boy, here comes another incline. I would be filming with my GoPro, but GoPros are horrible in low light. So, having to use my big camera, but not as stable. If you're coming up here to Cathedral Caverns, one of the things you'll notice is that your cell phone has no service if you have AT&T. So, no live streaming. There's trees and all kinds of stuff on top of it. That's amazing. One of the wonders of the world, right there. So there you have it, kids. That is Cathedral Caverns, Alabama State Park. And it was a good time. Definitely a workout. Not so much going down because you're kind of going downhill the whole way, but coming back up. Now, thankfully, it's really cool in there. So, and cold and wet. So, as I was filming, I was constantly having to wipe the dew off the camera. So, just bring yourself one of those little soft rags. You'll be able to capture some good film. Make sure you bring a good camera. If you're trying to film in there with your iPhone, you're not going to get really good pictures or video, especially video. I hope I did a good job on this, but we'll see. But I had a good time, and it was definitely a good outing, a big learning experience. Learned a lot of things in there that I didn't know before. And if you don't know the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite, come to Cathedral Caverns and you'll find out. But they've all got all kinds of wildlife in there, some little crickets. You don't see them, but they're there. And there were actually some shark teeth that were embedded into the ceiling, just because it used to be an ocean. So there were sharks here, which predate the megalodon. So very educational. It was a lot of fun. A lot of corny cave jokes by the tour guide, who was, he was a good sport about the whole thing. But it was a good time. So if you're here, come here, and bring the family, bring the kids. You'll have a good time. So that's all I got for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon to be notified when I post a new video. And that's it for today. Just remember, adventure's out there, but it's not going to come to you.